Greetings, YouTube. I watch two cable news programs, New England Network News and WMUR Headline News. And that's my local station, the one that's actually produced in my city. And I watch them pretty much every single day. I like to keep up with what's going on in the local region and in the city, state, and New England. And they had an article the other day, or a piece about the other day, about a teacher who was being charged with simple assault because she struck a 12-year-old student in the back of the head to get his attention. Apparently, he was being disruptive. And I went to the WMUR site and logged into the thread that people were discussing about this particular news item. And I found myself quickly depressed by the fact that so many people supported the teacher striking a child and blaming the child's parents for failing to have raised him in a manner that would have prevented him from being struck by an adult. So from the tone of my voice, you can probably imagine that I don't support those views. That any time an adult, any adult, at any time, strikes a child, unless it's in desperate self-defense, they have failed as an adult. Period. You have shown that you have no self-control, no coping skills, that you have no capacity to outthink a 12-year-old. I am flabbergasted that anyone can support this crime, because that's what it is, folks. You strike a child, it's assault. Now, let's back up for a minute and look at this just as a workplace incident. I want you to imagine for a moment that you're in an office, and one employee, wanting to get the attention of another employee, walks up to them and smacks them in the back of the head. What is going to happen to that employee? Are the people in the office going to rally around them? Or is that person going to get brought to the HR department and very likely fired? Because I know at my company, and I work in a factory, folks, if you smack another employee, you're going to get fired. Because that's assault. And the company doesn't want to get sued. And they don't want people using violence as a means of communication. So when an adult assaults a child, it's even more serious. Because remember, folks, hitting a kid is assault. I don't care what kid, I don't care by who. It's assault. Always has been, always will be. I'm aware that many Americans seem comfortable with assaulting children. I am not one of them. So, after 2 days of this thread, I finally got disgusted, told the thread that I was disgusted, and I buggered out. And one of the defenses I hear all the time when this comes up, the idea of hitting children is okay, is that there is the quote I get time and again, some version of this is, well, I was hit with a kid and I'm just fine. Well, you know, we're never going to know if you'd be just fine if you hadn't been assaulted by a parent or some other relative. You know, the people in your life you're supposed to be able to trust the most not to harm you, yet those people, when they hit you, you're never going to be okay again. I don't care if you think you're okay. I don't care if you've adjusted to it. I don't care if you've gone through therapy for it. You've been scarred forever. And your attitude about this topic and your attitude towards the world at large has been changed. Because I have very, very rarely met a person that's lived through that and hasn't continued to endorse the practice of hitting children. I am one of the people that doesn't endorse that practice. I am the survivor of abuse. And I do not advocate ever striking a child because I understand that it is assault. So I'll give you a link to the article if you'd like to go look at it and see my parting comment. And I'm sure that there are numerous things that people have said after that. But I am in the minority. I think there was one other person that had a progressive attitude about this and that didn't endorse the assaulting of a child. But I'm in the minority most of the time on this topic. Because for some strange reason, here in America, assaulting children is seemed to be a-okay.